Alright guys, TacticalRab again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. And going into the first week of Major 2 qualifiers, we've got some more spicy drama to discuss today. Snaking, always a big topic every year in Call of Duty, usually with Cellium in the title and in the thumbnail, as has been the case before. But this time around, it's Drazah in conversation with SlasheR, now Cellium's teammates, saying it's not Cellium who's the worst at snaking nowadays. It's Drazah that's now abusing it, by far the worst of anyone. Very much enjoy your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I'd greatly appreciate it. Quick update for you guys on 100 Thieves and also LA Thieves as a result. Lots more layoffs coming out of 100 Thieves yesterday as an organization. Lots of, social people, partnerships, IT, marketing, sales. Lots of people getting, getting released from 100 Thieves, getting made redundant effectively. Now, this is something where it's interesting for 100 T because they're making their own game. They're doing their other things as well. And it seems like, and I think understandably given the macroeconomic conditions, that many organizations that 100 Thieves would be partnering with in terms of partnerships and sponsorships and these deals where they make the majority of their revenue is now falling through, such that they're having to lay a lot of people off. Now, I guess they're trying to ensure this doesn't affect their esports teams, but nonetheless, this is a factor that will be affecting a lot of organizations this year, not just 100 Thieves. A lot of people let go yesterday. Even CRO Matty Lee announces his departure from the organization. So Kevin Hitt says, look, the fact that the C-suite is being affected here is pretty troubling by these 100 Thieves layoffs. Now, John Robinson actually comes out, the COO, the operations officer, kind of stating, tough day today, had to downsize the organization, challenging economic climate, and like all sports and esports organizations, sponsorships are a major part of our business. Juvie and High Ground are healthy and growing, but partnerships is our biggest source of revenue, which pays for all our stuff. So, we've got a new CRO, I'm guessing Chief Revenue Officer, joining tomorrow and have a lot of strong new partners in our pipeline. So, I don't know. That's the same from 100 Thieves. Just thought I'd give you guys the update because it's relevant for esports in general and many of these teams, but also for 100 Thieves that have been a critical part of Call of Duty esports for the last several years. Obviously, unfortunate to see loads of people getting laid off as well. Hopefully they can find new homes, but it's not going to be so easy with the climate of a lot of organizations not necessarily looking to upsize as it stands. Update as well on the cheating stuff because Parasite says this, gonna have to monitor cam my match tomorrow versus Cruz. I'm guessing in the Elite and Cruz and Co, because they think Lau, that being formerly Jimbo, cheats. Will do so, no issue. Just think it's kind of hilarious. So apparently this is the, even Yee's replies as his first time here because he's been asked to do this before. And also we did see yesterday there was some cheating drama between Drazah was calling out Furious for potentially cheating. I didn't really think there was that much in the clips, to be honest. But Furious actually comes back and says the following to him: just been cleared, let people on my PC for 2 hours, couldn't find anything at all. Funny how the cheater that everyone suspected on Vanguard is accusing people and had it out for me since the start of the game, spreading rumors when he would never let anyone search his PC when he was being accused of cheating. Just comedy, the guy should have stayed quit because he retired last season, Drazah, then came back because damn, he's horrible at this game. Don't worry, next time I play Elevate, I'll get my hand cam or mod to cam hand cam if they want me to, and I'll do it while I'm destroying all of them. They're frauds, only relevant because they've been playing Respawn for 15 years, and when they made it into the league, they were breaking all sorts of records for not even shooting their gun back and have the worst map ratio going. Couldn't be me, unfortunately. It must be terrible with that animal and getting nervous. So there you go. Well done, everyone. It's a fantastic piece of juicy stuff for the European amateur scene. That's Furious responding to Drazah over the last couple of days. So just absolute comedy. Just also wanted to mention this quickly because these clips come up every so often here in the COD scene of people like this. Maybe it's just the same guy. They're running like infinite sense on keyboard and mouse, and they're doing clips like this that look like cheating, to be honest. And they say they're not cheating, and of course the COD pros often see this and think, oh yeah, he must be cheating. I don't actually think he is cheating. I mean, if you look at this clip, for example, here on Shipment, he kills this guy. I just think what he does, I don't know why they do this, but I guess it's fun for Twitter impressions or something. Just play the game for like 8 hours a day, do these mad flicks with infinite sense, and then you get a few clips that look a bit sus, and then put them together into a montage. Because if you look at it right here, he kills this guy, he snaps onto the other targets here, but the snap isn't actually on him, you know what I mean? Okay, it's pretty close, but aimbot would obviously go through the box here rather than what he does, and then he snaps around to kills this guy, which is pretty impressive, but the snap onto the next guy is completely off. You see he snaps onto this box here, which is basically why the pros don't use the crazy ISS, because it doesn't work the majority of the time. So I actually don't think he's cheating it, because otherwise the aimbot would have snapped onto the guy directly, but he doesn't, and okay, snaps back to this side. I don't know, I just thought I'd mention it as Parasite say, this is what you're looking for, Drazah, these are the actual cheaters. Personally, I think this guy's just messing around, but he's probably just got a 1.0 KD, because the majority of the time that's not working out. Quick note as well on the sound in the game right now, lots of talk about this the last couple of days, that there's these new sound settings that have been found that allow you to just hear absolutely everything. I don't exactly know what these are. I know that Parasite said it's something to do with loudness equalization, in that just allows you to hear everything. Now, there was some crazy clip here that apparently someone heard him moving around the map. There was some rumors that what he was actually hearing were just, you know, something like some ambient noise, basically. But nonetheless, apparently this is a real issue right now, and even as SlasheR says last night, S&D with current sound settings and no dead silence is an absolute snooze fest. So sad what they did to my favorite mode, and you know, of course, SlasheR has an interesting response as well. But nonetheless, right, it's kind of unfortunate to see where S&D is, and also what that means for what's going to happen when we see it plays going forwards. Because look, if the pros have found a new sound setting which is just way too good and can hear everyone, especially with no dead silence, then S&D might play even slower and more boring than it usually does, which is, you know, obviously going to be pretty frustrating. When you get to LAN, it's a bit different, because when you've got the crowd, then it does mean that things can get heard a bit less. You can often make more plays, so hopefully on LAN, S&D is going to be better, but apparently it's got even worse over the last few days, unfortunate as that is. And even Doug says so many creddies out there with this new sound setting for gays can't hear, you know, can't even hear game sound on LAN apparently, because you're just straight up just hearing footstep audio. I don't even know. Absolute mess, to be honest. Now, let's talk about some other juicy drama of the day, as we love to do. This was in March 2021 when SlasheR was one of the key icons against Cellium and FaZe. You guys, of course, remember the good old days. This false narrative being pushed is nothing but lies, all that good stuff. I'm sure you guys remember the good times if you've been around a while. Now, SlasheR makes it relatively clear at the time he was on Los Angeles Thieves that he's not happy at all about the way Cellium was going about it, the snaking that was being done at the time. Snaking basically going just about prone and then running forward, sprinting forwards to stand up again. It makes you a very difficult target to kill, and it's kind of a broken movement mechanic which allows you to gain advantage when behind certain head glitches. Now, at the time, the entire LA Thieves team, Kenny and co, were coming pretty hard at FaZe, stating that, yeah, he's messing up the game. This should be GA'd, right? It makes the game better if nobody is doing this, which I think is probably true. But nowadays, right, everyone does it anyway, and the pros have tried to stop people doing it, but it doesn't really stop them. Cellium just says that he's going to do it regardless. Now, SlasheR, of course, nowadays is teaming with Cellium, so his mindset on this has probably changed a little bit, and now he's looking at Drazah on the former Los Angeles Thieves team, or of course on his former roster LA Thieves, and apparently he is now the chief culprit, but Pred from Seattle actually agrees.
One-on-ones, but not going to be enough there.
And again,
Right, MC's in the chat. MC in the chat.
Now all the match control over to Seattle Surge. Nice little bait and switch though. And now he's got a tag.
Good one, T. Ever since teammates started the snaking arrow, MC said, "Good one, T."
How massive will that be? You get it. You stop the clock with just over a minute to go.
Oh my god, he's
MC's
stuck in.
I'm telling you, MC. I'm not even saying that just because of my team. I said it last year too. Asim could vouch for it. I said MC's not even the worst anymore.
Nah, he's not. I don't.
Nah, it's not even
Drazah's
close.
the worst for sure.
Bro, LAT. Oh my god,
Well,
they're on another level.
No, but Drazah does it like without even being on a head glitch.
Bro, snakes midair.
Yeah, he just starts twerking mid map.
He starts twerking.
Legit mid map, just twerking. Like I'll start shooting him in the side, he just start bouncing up and down. I'm like, what the going on?
All spawns for me?
They're back on me. Come on, broken on me.
Wait, they're done.
Easy.
Is that last?
Nice. Oh, we're missing one.
Where's the one?
Kismet.
Oh, I just...
That's him, that's him.
I have left, I have left, yeah. Left hold, dead. One more left hold.
Spawn.
Still dead, I'm one shot. Yeah, block.
Yeah.
I'm out left. Are you guys left?
Go back to back.
Yeah, I just died. He's in the hole. He came out to the right, Zach.
Yeah, one. I'm backing up, yeah. Maybe pitching.
I'm playing this, yeah.
Hey, sorry.
Tell me back bed somewhere.
Fix.
Wait, in the back. Hector, nice.
One shot side on me.
He's hitting. Carry him, quick.
Cat. Close.
Nice.
Another cabin.
Cat. Nice.
One cabin.
Nice,
Cabin. One's already in cabin.
One shot, Bruce. He's going.
Check out one.
Red, one shot.
So Drazah, I think, has been phenomenal so far this game. He has been an 8 as well over the last few days. The guy's an absolute demon the majority of the time on the map. But as Pred and SlasheR very well point out, that this guy is often snaking and just doing absolutely whatever it takes to win, regardless of the circumstances. Whether he's behind a head glitch, whether he's behind cover, he's doing this movement no matter what to abuse the camera angles. And look, it's something that's part of the game. It's frustrating to deal with, but it's something that can't really be stopped unless the pros decide together collectively to never do it again. And even if they were to do that, then as soon as someone does it accidentally, or they reload and then they do it, or they go to pick up a gun and then they do it, then all of a sudden all hell breaks loose as a result. So the pros have kind of decided to like, okay, it's kind of a gentlemanly thing not to do it, but whatever. Champs Grand Finals, I'm going to be snaking the hell out of this head glitch and this bomb site to get the dub at the end of the day, and Drazah is certainly along those lines as well. So pretty interesting, right? Drazah may be causing a little bit of friction here, because okay, yeah, maybe they get on with Drazah, they play him in 8s and stuff, and he's a teammate, but, you know, nonetheless, apparently he's snaking worse than Cellium right now, and Cellium is no longer the chief offender, such that Drazah is now the one that people are getting frustrated with. Drazah's a really interesting character to me, because the guy does not give a damn at what the fans or what the pros, I imagine, think of him, right? He tries to be the best teammate he can, be the best player he can, and put in a lot of time. I mean, this guy's one of the biggest grinders right now. One of the reasons why I think he's actually one of the better players, and maybe even still underrated players in the game. I thought during Cold War he was massively underrated. I think he proved it last year, and I still think he might be a bit underrated this year, to be honest. But I do wonder what you guys think about the possibility of the snaking drama. Well, what's going to happen with it going forward? Is it ever going to be stopped? Is Drazah ever going to stop? Because, look, Drazah's another one of those characters, almost, there was some rumors during Cold War, right, that basically FaZe had asked Cellium, like, hey, Cell, can you please stop? We're getting they're threatening to blacklist us from scrims, like, please just stop the snaking. And Cell was like, nah, mate, I'm good, like, I'm going to keep playing the game how I want to play the game. And at the time, I'm sure maybe that's frustrating a lot of the pros. Now Drazah, I'm sure, is the same type of player. If someone's going to moan at him about this, he's going to be like, oh, I don't care, like, see you in the finals, I suppose. So I guess there's nothing they can do about it, and if they can't do much about it and they can't get Drazah to stop or anything, then you might just continue to see more and more of this, right? You know, when Pred sees Drazah, knows he's going to get snaked, Pred's going to do it back. When SlasheR sees Drazah, knows he's going to get snaked, he's going to do it back, etc, etc. So yeah, just kind of funny how this works. I don't think that SlasheR's wrong necessarily in both counts, right? When he called out Cellium before and when he's calling out Drazah now, but it's just kind of funny how it works, that before he was on Thieves calling out FaZe, now he's on FaZe calling out Thieves. It's kind of come full circle over the last couple of years. Speaking of Thieves talk, congratulations, winning order here for Kenny, hit 10,000 subs on YouTube. Awesome to see. A lot of you know, new Pred, for example, as well, has been grinding the YouTube stuff over the last couple of months as well. Good to see the pros getting into it. The COD scene has been popping off lately. It's the perfect time for these pros to get involved and put their own content up. If they do it consistently, the results will come. So I wanted to shout out Kenny for that one. And also a crazy stat that I think I've seen part of before, but this is in more detail. Crimsix Record versus certain pros in grand finals here from Brian's stats. So these are the ones, these are the top ones, not the ones that he's equal against. I think against Itachi's 4-4, against Scumpy's 2-2. But these are the pros that he has a winning record against, or the majority of them. And some of these numbers are pretty absurd, let's be honest. The key one is Jacob, of course. 8 grand finals he's played against Cap. He's won all 8 of them. That is, you know, Cap in the replies like, oh my god. Think about it, right? If Jacob beats Criminal the grand finals, Jacob would have like 8 more event wins, which is really significant. So Huke, of course, here as well. Sharp, Theory, Neslo, John, Slacked, Study, Aqua, Temper, Nagafen, and Classic as well. Those are all the ones that have never beaten Crim. Some have beaten Crim, like SlasheR, but he's still 7-1 down to Crim. So this goes to show, man, this Crimsix guy, put him in the grand finals, his record is unbelievable. Even against Crowder, Apathy, and Clayster still has a great record. Even Clay in the replies, actually, I guess we can see it, was like, yeah, well, damn, at least I got 3 wins against him, because I guess, yeah, it's actually a decent result. I'll take those 3, to be honest. Apparently, you know, the record here between Crim and Scump is 2-2. Going on to the ones that he has a losing record against, though. So all the players he's got a winning record against, and there's probably more than this, right? The guys that he's 1-0 against or whatever. He only has a losing record of 5 different players. One of them into Arcitys, he's 4-2 down to him. One of which is Doug, 2-1 down to him. Gunless, Envoy, and then Zuma actually 3-4, minimum 2 matches. So he's probably lost someone, you know, 0-1 in finals or something. But nonetheless, you know, with Haggy making his return recently, maybe it's time for Crim to make the comeback as well at some point in the future. But very much enjoyed your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.